And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. So to the mountains, it's actually in West Africa, North Africa, especially through Egypt. So you'll find out when you read the Bible that the Israelites have always took refuge in Africa. Even the Israelites in the time of Babylon captivity fled into Egypt. I remember with Isaiah and Jeremiah. And then when this Herod was gonna kill the Messiah, the angel told Joseph to flee to Egypt. So this fleeing to the mountain is shown in this photo here. Next, you see, or in this photo that they should flee to the mountains. So these territories which are numbered here are actually the mountains which the Israelites fled to. But take note that prior the time of Messiah, there were Israelites who were already fled into Africa. These are the so-called lost 10 tribes of Israel, which the Messiah said that he did not come only but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So the house of Israel, which was the northern kingdom, was already in Africa, occupying these lands after many generations. You see, were already dominant in those territories. Then verse 22 says, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Why is it the days of vengeance? So the Most High told Moses that in that day ye shall also forsake them, and then in that day they shall suffer troubles and many evils. So the days of vengeance means that these are the times whereby the Most High is retaliating for himself. He is paying these people for their sins, for what they have done to him. So everything was written from Moses through Isaiah, through Jeremiah, Joel, up to Malachi. So you will see that the prophets wrote everything down. So that's why when you read the Old Testament, you will see that the Most High has always emphasized that he's going to punish the Israelites. He's going to bring his wrath upon them. You see, they're going to suffer the sword, the pestilence, famine. You see. So verse 23 says, but who unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days? For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon these people. You see, so they're gonna be a great distress when these things happen. When they flee to the mountains, they're gonna receive wrath. Wrath will follow them. The sword shall follow them. So as they have fled to the mountains, what will happen? Verse 24 tells you, see, after we have fled, everywhere we fled, in Africa, in the Sahara, he says that, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles may be fulfilled. You see, so eventually what happened to us is that after we get to this land, after our further migrations to south, to east, we didn't end up here in West Africa. We also migrated to south, whereby I'm going to show you that these were the Bantu migration, but which was actually the further Hebrew-Israelite migration into Southern Africa, or Hebrew migration in Sub-Sahara Africa, or Sub-Sahara. So now it tells you that after we have occupied this land, we're going to fall by the edge of the sword. This is talking about the invasions of the Arabs, the invasions of the Europeans. This is talking about that. Then what shall happen after? And shall be led away captive into all nations. This is talking about the Arab slave trade, the Transatlantic Slave Trade, where we eventually were taken as slaves and being sold into all nations. You see, captive means slave bond. So something is interesting here. after these things have happened, after we have been invaded, we have been led away captive into all nations, he says that Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So it is interesting how after our people many years we are out of the land, there were a people who claimed to be us, who claimed to be Hebrews, and who eventually occupied our land and eventually called them us. You see? So those people, the Messiah is telling you that those are the Gentiles. He said that they are Gentiles. So he tells you that whoever is in the land to this day is not a Hebrew, is a Gentile. And it's interesting how the scriptures in Genesis 9 to 10 explains that Japheth shall dwell into the tents of Shem. And then it also tells you that the descendants of Shem were Gomer, Adai, Japan, and the sons of Gomer were Ashkenazi and Tubal. And then it tells you that the essence of the Gentiles were created, meaning the sons of Japheth are the Gentiles. So it tells you that the sons of Japheth, which even Noah says that Japheth shall occupy the tents of Shem, is the one who occupies Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is the tent of Shem, who is the Israelites. You understand? So now it tells you that these people in the land to this day, they are Gentiles. They are not Hebrew-Israelites. They're heathens. You see? So it is interesting how history played, how prophecy was fulfilled through history, and now we can prove, we can see through the lens of the scriptures that everything that has ever happened actually was prophesied. It is written in the Word. You see, so this is basically how our people were scattered into all nations.